Our House Mondays. What is Our House Mondays all about? Well, Our House Mondays, it's your house, your platform. You get to speak up, you get to share, you get to speak out. Whatever you want to bring up, right? We just throw it around, we exchange stories, we exchange information, we exchange suggestions, and it's definitely a meeting place for gig workers, right? I've been doing this every Monday now. Nifty 50 is the first one in the house. Welcome. So we've got simultaneous, we've got 2 screenings going, 2 live events. The one platform, I'm trying to rack up the hours, right, to get that platform monetized. And welcome everyone. I see people trickling in. We're on 15, 19, climbing and climbing and climbing. Got a lot to cover today. Chris B in the house. How are you? Teddy is hi. Thank you, Teddy. If you can stay on that channel, that's great because I need the hours on that one. Who else do we have? How's the weekend, everyone? James Campbell. I did get a couple of emails and text messages, James. I'm going to check them up today. I had an extremely busy weekend, so I'll catch up on all of that today and get back to you. David Ovadio, what's up, buddy? Did everybody have a good Saturday and Sunday? It's extremely hot here, sort of mid-80s. Yeah, doing great, going strong, working on a lot of things. I'll be sharing that with you during this session, but Reinhardt's in the house. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff to cover today. So I'm going to throw a topic out there, right, which I thought was rather interesting. Uber plans to require its drivers and passengers in the United States to wear face coverings. Right? It's funny. It makes me laugh. They require you to wear face masks, but they didn't provide them. Right? Because very, very few people have reported, maybe a handful, under 10 people that have reported to me, hey, I finally, 2 months later got my mask. But here's Uber, big and bold, 3 months too late in the game. Now they say, hey, it's time to wear those face masks. Attorney James Campbell says the Attorney General has a live town hall at 3 Eastern Time with DoorDash CEO. Attorney General of which state? There's many Attorney Generals. It's cold in Chicago. It is? Jeez, I'll send you some warm weather. It's freaking hot over here. So the company also is developing tech to detect whether drivers are wearing face masks. So they're going to have some tech that they want to introduce to make sure, hey, if you log in, you're only good to go as long as you've got what on? That mask, right? So my guess is you log in, right? And there's maybe a little button that says verify that you have your face mask on. There you go. You see screen pops up. There it is. Oh, yeah, okay, Torsten's wearing his mask. Okay, good. He's good to go. Joey Drive for Idaho's in the house. Pennsylvania, says James Campbell. Okay, cool. We'll check that out. San Diego, I bet it's as hot as it is up here. We got 20 people in the house. You're welcome, everyone. You can throw out whatever you want to there. I'm basically talking about what you are sharing today in Our House Mondays. Chris says, I got my face mask, temperature tester, and hand sanitizer from Instacart. Yeah, Instacart was under a ton of pressure with that first walkout. People really got the Instacart issue into the media. Instacart was embarrassed about it, and so they immediately acted. Well, they didn't immediately act. They acted too late. But at least they did something, right? They definitely did more than the other gig worker companies did. From what they sent out, equipment-wise, temperature gauge, I think probably the most comprehensive gig worker PPE package out there, Instacart. But that is only after they were extremely embarrassed in the media. Uber, on the other hand, it's been one statement after the other by Pierre Dimitri Gore, by Dara Khosrowshahi, by Andrew McDonald. Hey, it's coming, promises it's coming. Very few people have received it. Now they have the cheek to say Uber plans to require its drivers and passengers in the United States to wear face coverings. Not sure why this only applies to the United States. Isn't this pretty much a worldwide company? And then they say the company also is developing tech to detect whether drivers are wearing face masks. That's going to be interesting. TDCPA mask, question mark. Yeah, I didn't receive anything from them. Did you? Jeff Wagner's in the house. Godoni Com's in the house. How's it going, he says. Rodrigo Pacheco says no unemployment in Chicago benefits. I've applied for unemployment. No luck. I've provided my documents. 1040 IRS. Probably mean 1099, right? Around 3 weeks ago, no benefits. Yeah, there's a lot of people. We got you. Monroe says, what's up, everyone? Welcome. Rick Nelson, San Antonio's in the house. Godoni says Uber Live is coming soon. They made a deal with Best Buy to equip every car with cameras. We shall see. Interesting. Chris Hollingsworth's in the house. Teddy says, hey, I switched over for a question. Have you heard that Uber, Lyft have not been cooperating with the states for unemployment? Yes, I've heard that. So states are trying to get your numbers verified, right? Did he or she make that type of money? They've submitted to us. Can you verify it? Uber doesn't want to get drawn into that employer-employee type of conversation, right? They just want to be mute on the topic. Roy Watkus is in the house. Greetings from Vegas. In the house, baby. I bet it's hot in Vegas, isn't it? Godoni Comment says it's going to be real easy once I get all the cameras installed in each car, but they're going to charge you $5 a month. Oh, wow. Interesting. $5 a month. I want to read it. If anybody has a link on that about this Best Buy camera deal, $5 a month type of deal, I'd love to see that. I'd like to make a video about that. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about paying $5 a month and they provide you with all the cameras? Now, in certain states, you can't film. So I wonder how they get around that one. Mark Roughton in the house, hammer time. Yeah. We're going to do a little bit of hammering today, no doubt. Did you guys watch that interview, 20-minute interview with Dara Kay? I mean, she asked some, Christiane Amanpour, she asked some tough questions in the beginning, real tough questions, but I think she gave him too much wiggle room to wiggle out of it, and always accepted his stupid answers, right? You could see the guy was lying from minute one right through to the end. I mean, he's just a cold-hearted bullshitter in my eyes, and I can read people very, very well. We got you says, food delivery, I wouldn't want a camera in my car. Oh, food delivery, yeah, you don't want to film those pizzas and film the burgers while you're driving around, right? David Ovadia, Potter Handy responded that my case for the demand for arbitration will take about a year, filed both against Uber and Lyft. Hey, better than waiting a year and a half for if you go at your own route, right? If you do it on your own. Plus, you're not an attorney. You don't know all the ins and outs. You don't know all the legal language that you can sue for. I'd rather be expecting a big paycheck down the line, but that's good news. Thank you for sharing that, David. Jeff Wagner says some drivers in Allentown are refusing to both wear masks. My guess is they're already facing negligence lawsuits on not having implemented this in the beginning. My guess is that many people in the public sector, riders and drivers alike, are already lawyering up and saying, hey, and then I'm sure there's many, many stories out there of people that got COVID, directly or indirectly through the Uber or Lyft platform, and they're filing negligence lawsuits. So I think this is a way to cover their ass ongoing, so they can say, hey, at least we took action now in May. obviously 2-3 months too late. But I see a lot of lawsuits coming Uber's way because of the fact that they acted way too late in the game on this one with the masks, right? Here they are saying Uber is planning to implement a new policy. It's like, it's new. We're already mid-pandemic at the peak, and they say, oh, this is a new policy in the coming weeks requiring drivers and riders in the United States and certain other countries to wear face masks or coverings. A company spokesman confirmed on Sunday. As first reported by CNN Business, the ride-hailing company also is developing technology to detect whether its drivers are wearing face coverings before they begin accepting passenger trips. So I'd want to see what that looks like. If you get that type of screenshot that they want you to show a proof that you're wearing a mask, please do take a screenshot of that, send it on over so we can make a video. I saw that my friend Manka Travel, Bolt Bucharesti is in the house. Very good morning, he says to drivers. David says better than nothing. I agree. Oh yeah, let's Mark Routen says Uber and Lyft stock are tanking. Here we go. From 30s, this is I think the beginning of the downward trend. This is like, I think they had that temporary high where they bullshit and said, hey, we have $10 billion in the reserves. Today they announced that they were selling off multiple markets, right, on Uber Eats. I believe they relinquished a lot of those markets to Kareem, right? They need money, right? If you are selling off countries or selling off divisions of Uber Eats, you desperately need money. And I think that Wall Street and the financial markets read this accordingly, right? Jim Kramer says Uber should consider selling Uber Eats to Grubhub. Who knows? But Uber closes Uber Eats in 7 countries around the world. There it is. These decisions were made as part of Uber's ongoing strategy to be in first or second position in all Eats markets. So they said, if we're not first or second in a market, we're selling it off. My guess is they literally sold off 7 markets. Why? They need money. What does the market then do? The market reacted accordingly, right? Look at what they're at, right? Look at what they're at. They're at a 27, what is it? 2706, right? 2706. That's a sign it's going down. It was in the 30s just a week ago. So that's definitely on its way down. Udaya is in the house. AM Creators is in the house. Milas is in the house. London's in the house. How are you doing, London? Leo Casamenta is in the house. Dara pooed all the tough questions. Yeah, he did poo all the tough questions. Dara lives in the clouds, ignoring the problem, hiding his head in the sand. He goes like, yeah, I know that we were bad boys, but we're gonna be doing much better in the future. We're gonna try to make all the wrongs right. Dude, man, get out of here. Slap you out of that interview. You just talk out of your ring hole. The moment you open up your mouth, it's lie after lie. It's all just shit coming out of your ring hole, right? He is just such a weak weasel. I don't know what his woman sees in him, right? Maybe a couple of dollars, but he is so weak, the person, in every single way. You know, he reminds me of this little flimsy little weakling, just lying his way out, just bullshitting his way out all the time, right? Just oozes lies. Anyway, that's my opinion. But again, hey, they're being punished here. They're selling off 7 markets of Uber Eats, right? That to me is desperado mode. Desperado mode. Senator Bobo is in the house. He says things will never be the same. I don't know when things are going to return to normal. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have a crystal ball. But will it ever be the same? Maybe 2-3 years' time. Senator Bobo, what's arranged marriage? Oh, you're talking about arranged marriage? That's Derek Kay had an arranged marriage? I don't know. Maybe he did. Roy Watkins, Uber is going to go down to 12. I think they're going to go down to 15. But yeah, I'm with you. I think they're just steadily going to start going down now. And once you see the next bunch of bullshit that they announce at the next quarterly earnings, you're going to see it's going to be trying to fudge the numbers, juice the numbers. People are just not going to buy into it anymore. I think these guys are fried. If you are selling off 7 of your Uber Eats markets, you need money. You need money yesterday. James Campbell says people saw that interview yesterday and dumped their stock. That good point. You know, I think if anyone saw that 20-minute of bullshitting by Derek Kay, just lying, blatantly lying in front of the camera, maybe a lot of people just said, you know what, this guy can't be trusted. His approach is, yeah, we did all of these things wrong. Yes, we admit we did this wrong. Yes, we screwed up here, but we're making all the wrongs right. No, you're not. You're just keeping on with the same Travis Kalanick bullshit direction. You've adopted it. You're playing the same game. It's how Uber operates, just from untruth after untruth, promise after promise. You know, so I refuse to drive for them anymore. I'm done with the driving for Uber. Medat Shanuda says, where's all the face masks Uber promised? Exactly. So here they say to you in this article, thanks for asking, Medat. Here it says, Uber plans to require its drivers and passengers in the US to wear face coverings, ... but fails to provide any PPE, right? So it's just endless promises by this guy, just pure desperation. This company, to me, if I look at them, every word that comes out of their mouths is desperation and mismanagement. In a statement emailed to The Verge, the spokesman said Uber is shipping safety supply to its drivers, providing essential trips and encouraging riders to stay home if they can. We've heard that shit for 2 months. As countries reopen, Uber is focused on safety and proceeding with caution, the spokesman said. Our teams are preparing for the next phase of recovery, where we will all have a role to play. We'll communicate updates directly to users when ready. But in the meantime, we continue to urge all riders and drivers to wear masks or face coverings when using Uber. Why did you say that you're going to provide this stuff and you did not follow through? Makes no sense to me. Dennis Torres is in the house. Genuine is in the house. Happy Monday. Yeah, it's your house. Use it. Talk about it. We're gathered in our house Mondays. I'm trying to read out as much as possible here. Mila says stock market has diverted from the reality of company balance sheets. We have a massive market correction coming. Dow massively inflated with Trump's mates using ETFs to pump the market. Good feedback, Milas. Good feedback. AM creators, I watched another YouTube video of these rideshare giants planning to implement spyware, something to make sure drivers and passengers are wearing masks. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have some way to verify. Maybe that's why they're bringing these cameras up. They want to make sure that, hey, we can show proof. If you're not wearing that mask as a rider or passenger, maybe that trip can't proceed, right? They are worried about lawsuits, negligent lawsuits. That's why they want to put these cameras in the car. That's why they're telling the riders and the drivers so late in the game to wear these masks. James Campbell says, my Instacart safety kit shipped last week, still not here. Not good. Cool, genuine Phil. Hi there, just want to say that I received my lawsuit money of $10,929 this past February for unpaid mileage and wages for 5 years of driving. Uber does not take care of the drivers at all. Well, firstly, I want to congratulate you on that $10,929. I think that's awesome. I really do. I'm happy that you received that money, right? And I want as many drivers as possible to go after the same money that Cool Genuine Phil did, right? Here we go. Try them, go with them, sign up them, tell them that I sent you. That's good news, my friend. That's money you deserved, right? You've driven a lot, you've given everything, and you completely deserve every single penny of that $10,929. I'm really happy for you. I really am. That to me is another victory, right? And that's, by the way, that's what I am promoting in one of the other videos this afternoon, right? With this organization here called NELA. I've made another video in the Rideshare Professor channel and in the Rideshare Driving School channel to inform and educate people that you can go after that same money just as Cool Genuine Phil did, right? And you go out and you find yourself the right lawyer, the right fit. This website tells you what you can go after. I know that there are tons of people that were wrongfully terminated. Go after the bastards, get your money, right? So search by state and then get the emails out to the various attorneys. But I've made a standalone video for later. It'll be out by this evening in both those channels. I've gone into way, way more detail, right? Check that out. But back to the fact that Uber plans to require us to wear these masks, right? Why so late in the game? Teddy says, congratulations, Cool Genuine Phil. I am genuinely happy for Cool Genuine. I really am, right? Because he's given his heart and his soul for 5 years. They didn't pay him for overtime. They didn't pay him for meal times. They didn't. And it's the same money you can go after. In every single city and every single state, there are class action attorneys that you can join, right? If you're one of those guys like Cool Genuine, who's given his heart and his soul, I've certainly done that on referrals. I've gone after them hard and heavy for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for unpaid referrals. I want to be compensated for all my hard work, and I completely understand that Cool Genuine needed to be compensated for all of his hard work. So that $10,000 is money he deserves. It's money that all of you deserve. Will Lanyo is in the house, Ghana, sending my love to Africa. Hello, Africa. Tell me how you're doing. Remember that song? Good to see you here, buddy. Will Lanyo. Love it. I love having international friends in the house. We have people dropping in from London early on. We've got people dropping in from Australia. Made a video, yesterday about that hourly driver. Did you guys hear about that? The hourly driver, which they've launched in Australia. I'm trying to think if that'll work in the United States. Works out to 59 Australian dollars, which is 38 US dollars per hour, right? That's not your money. Now that money gets split, right? That's what the rider gets charged for a booking for 1 hour. Cool Genuine says, thanks, Teddy. It's a lot of hard work and dedication driving here in San Francisco Bay Area. Diamond status and 4.29 rating, but Uber can do more for its drivers. 100% correct, right? 100% correct. And then I hear Dara Khosrowshahi yesterday, 20 minutes of just shit talk, just absolute crap, just lying through his teeth. Calvin Witt, Knoxville, Tennessee is in the house. Awesome. Good to see you. Genuine, how did the May 1 walkout go? That's a good question. What I heard from the media didn't go as well as they wanted to, which makes me think that maybe a lot of people were fearful. Let's say you walk out of Amazon. Will you have your job, or will you have your job again, or will they retaliate? So the feedback that I heard was that there was not this massive participation, right? If you look at the strike that we did in March, I think it was March 27th, 2019 in LA, boy, the people came out, and man, we got more media exposure from a few big cities worldwide, right? We got media exposure than these guys and all these big companies did on May the 1st. So maybe they didn't prepare the media enough, right? But Berat says, has anyone got the unemployment benefits? A lot of people still haven't received that money. Nifty 50s Live says, everybody thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We're on 14. We have 48 people in the house. Man, we're doing this for each other here. So if you can lift me up with the thumbs up, I'm trying to lift you guys up here. Joey Driver for you, Idaho, says, pharmaceutical deliveries are slow today. They do let me do the side food gigs while it's slow. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Yeah, thank you for getting it to the 20 mark. We're on 21. I appreciate that. Dennis says, I turned my app on Saturday night. It was hot. 6 requests in 5 minutes. Declined all of them. I'm not driving anymore. Good for you to make that decision. So maybe the riders are coming back and looking for drivers. Maybe the drivers are still saying it's just too dangerous. I honestly wouldn't do any trip unless, you know, the passengers have their masks on and you are fully equipped, right? You have all the stuff. I would even, you know, even if you have something like this in the car, I would honestly tell the rider, say, excuse me, would you be so kind and just, you know, both of you have 2 people in the car, would both of you kindly just, you know, clean your, shit, it spilled all over, clean your hands, you know, wear your gloves, put your mask on, right, before we proceed with the trip, right? Because you don't, why would you want to ask the rider if they could use that bottle of sanitizer for them? Because they are touching stuff in your car. So the first thing before you get in the car, would you please be so kind and both clean your hands with the sanitizer? So whatever they touch from there onwards, right, it's pretty much 99% disinfected. And then one guy gets into the car with the mask, the other doesn't, says, excuse me, it's required that you wear masks. I can't take you. They give you a 1-star retaliation rating. You got to write to the company, hey, by the way, the riders were not wearing their masks. But I wonder, well, I'm thinking, it's my opinion that many negligence lawsuits have been filed, especially by the big class action law firms, that Uber and Lyft never made it a requirement to wear masks, right? And people are probably pointing their fingers directly and indirectly that Uber or Lyft may have been the cause for their client getting COVID-19. So this is, I think this article here, this action very late in the game is maybe a way to cover that up. James says, I filed for unemployment as reporting gig work as a side job. In the line for interview with recruiter, had 2 decent gigs after Uber, good references, approval likely. That's good. Cool Genuine Phil says, Uber needs to step up and take care of all the drivers because we were the front lines risking our lives because of this pandemic. I had to buy my own hand sanitizers and wipes and cleaning gear. Yeah. And that's what most of the people did, right? They went out and you guys stepped up. You guys went out there, acquired your own PPE like I did, or your own hand sanitizers. Why? Because the companies, it was all just promises, empty promises. So we knew at some stage, hey, the stuff is not coming. It's all just blah, blah, blah words. We got to take this into our own hands. We got to take our own health, our own safety into our own hands. So we went out there and did this all ourselves. Genuine says, anything Uber does is for Uber's benefit. Yeah, if you sort of listen to that 20-minute verbal diarrhea interview yesterday, without doubt, everything that they do is for their benefit. Scott Tucker's in the house. How are you? Good morning. He says US government is moving closer to a $2K a month stimulus. Like that, James Campbell says, because at Uber, it's about the you, not about you. That's a good one. So Uber already requires drivers to take occasional selfies as part of its real-time ID check feature, which it... Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the $5 TD CPA PhD. Thanks. Thank you for uplifting. Masks are not in stock at stores, so most will not have one. For your information, unemployment is there for all if you do it correctly. Yeah, well, you're right. I'm sure that people try to do it correctly. If you don't quite know how to file correctly, you got to get on the phone, you got to get through to someone, right? But I'm pretty sure that drivers or gig workers, to their best ability, filled out these forms as best as they could, right? And I would hope, and I'm saying this to TDCPA, I would hope that if they got your application, they could read between the lines that you are a gig worker or that you're a driver and you need help, and that you then start communicating. Because I don't think that everyone is going to fill out these forms 100% correctly, but I do think it's the state's duty, working with you, to correct whatever you filled out incorrectly and get you the money. This is about getting you the money, right? Or and you know, getting you the mask. And he says masks are not available at stores, which is true. You can, of course, TDCPA, go online. Some people have like these self-manufactured ones, or ones that are maybe not of, you know, N95 standard, right? I have various masks. This is definitely not one of the best masks, right? But most of the stuff that I have are medical ones, N95, but whatever you can get your hands on, right? There's a lot of Facebook ads running masks. Problem there is you order it and it takes 1, 2 to 3 weeks. Some of the stuff that I've ordered took 3 to 4 weeks to arrive, only arriving now, very late in the game, right? So, but here's the thing. If they are not supplying you, saying based on what TDCPA PhD said, if they are not, and I'd like to put a name, you know, if I know your name, I can address you by the name TD. I don't want to call you TDCPA. You obviously have a name. But if they, you know, if they require you to have a mask, and you're sitting here and saying, well, the mask apparently is coming, so I'm going to wait for it. Don't wait for it. Don't wait for it. Rather, you know, whatever you have to do, whether it's $10, $20, or $30, just get yourself that mask, because you might get to a point where you're in a specific state, and let's say they open up rideshare. At least you ordered it and you have it now. And then you have to obviously verify yourself with one of these real-time ID checks. You've got your mask on. Why? Because you ordered it. You took care of matters, right? You didn't sit around. Where I would genuinely not wait for Uber or Lyft to get the stuff to you. And genuinely, is probably the best investment you can make. I agree with you. You know, whether it's $5, $10, $20, or $30, whether they send you 2 or 3, whether they send you a rewashable one, probably the best investment you could ever make into yourself in these crazy trying times. Godonicom says you can pick one up at a local emergency room in my market, not a problem. That's good to know. That's good to know. Love and Light, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Selfies got me deactivated on Uber. They did not provide flash or utilize my flash in the app for nighttime drivers. The counter hub told me I should get my job back status. Still deactivate. And I would go to small claims court and file for all of the time based on an average, you know, up to about $10,000, I would file a small claims and say wrongful deactivation, right? And that's based on their own bullshit, right? That's based on Doesn't matter whether the flash does work or doesn't work, right? It was you. You try to take the picture, and then after that, they deactivated you because they said that's not you. You can prove it was you all day long. So that to me is a classic small claims suit. Go out there, get your money. Teddy says, I had a mask made by a friend of the family. Good investment. I agree 100%. Yeah. Best investment into yourself. Scott Tucker says, Smart and Final are selling them at $2 a mask. That's brilliant. It's good news. Anybody have a Smart and Final close to them? Get it. Right? Now, as I already said, Uber already requires drivers to take occasional selfies as part of its real-time ID check feature, which it introduced in 2016. It compares the selfie photo with what the company has on file to ensure they match. Obviously, in your case, Love and Light, that real-time ID check at night didn't work out. They deactivated you. I say you have a claim, right? Widespread stay-at-home orders due to the coronavirus pandemic have hit Uber's ride-hailing segment hard. Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi told investors on a call in March that it had seen gross bookings in most major cities where it operates decline by as much as 70%. I have news for you, Dara. 70% once again is a lie, right? I'll tell you that your business has gone down more than 90%. You're just too afraid to say it. An uptake in its Uber Eats food delivery business has not made up for the losses on the ride-hailing side. Not only that, but today they announced that they sold off 7 markets. Why did Uber go and sell off 7 markets? Why is the stock price at $27.12? Because what they're showing, they're doing something like that. They're signaling, in my eyes, and I'm sure in many investors' eyes, these guys are desperate for cash. They are selling. Their excuse is, hey, if we're not number 1 or 2 in a market, we're selling the business. My version is, you're selling this in 7. You're selling 7 of your Uber Eats markets because you need money. You desperately need money. The Ness says target for $10. Target 10 for $15. Wow, that's good. That's good information. Rick Nelson says in Southern California, masks are being sold on many street corners and outside certain markets that require you to have on. Good news. Jay Morris says for those who drive, Jay Morris says, for those who drive and you wear glasses with your mask, try putting a piece of masking tape over the bridge of your nose and mask. It will help you keep eyeglasses from fogging up. That's excellent, because I've been facing that problem, wearing this and then my glasses always fog up. So I'm going to try that. It's a good, super, super smart suggestion. Thank you for making it. TDCPA says, yes, most states work online only. Correct. Mark Rowden says D, poop emoji A, poop emoji R, poop emoji A, poop emoji A. That definitely is the crappy CEO, Dara K. And you know what? I posed a question in that video. Can you trust Dara K? In a 20-minute interview? 99% of the answers were pretty much no, you can't trust him, right? There were 1 or 2 people sort of but there was no one convincingly came out and said, no, yes, you can trust him. I honestly, 99% of I got a lot of feedback on that video. 99% of the people just simply said you cannot trust him. And I agree with you. I go with my instinct, my gut instinct. And I've been following this guy since the day he started. To me, he is one of the biggest bullshitter CEOs I've ever seen in any industry, right? That's my opinion. Eric M says, hi, I'm a new subscriber from Idaho. I welcome you. How are you, Idaho? I'm an Uber, Tuber, and Instacart professional shopper and delivery 2+ years. I usually make about $10 per hour. It's more than the minimum wage. And you have your own Uber channel as well? That's awesome. I think I got a little troll in the house here. Let's just get him out. There we go. Paula. Was it Paul A. Yaroshak? Got rid of you. Bye-bye. GoDonnycom says they are, yeah, I flushed that person. Paul A. Yaroshak, you got flushed down the toilet tube. GoDonnycom says they are bleeding, they're trying to come up for air. Come on, man. TD CPA says best time to buy cars or homes will be in June. Even now, I mean, June is good. Sure, I agree with you. The prices would have come down, but cars are at ridiculous prices right now. Ridiculous prices. Russell Ringo says, Ringo in the house, we welcome you. Dara, COVID-19, exactly. Love and Light says, anyone applying for a PPP loan through PayPal, heads up, many people are getting denied with a general answer, not enough info provided, or got denied and provided all info. Also have PPP application. Okay. Yeah, cash for clunkers. A lot of that will be in the near pipeline. We're almost at 26 here. What's happening, Uber? Not looking too healthy today. Let's see, 2702. We'll see it going to 26. Went from the 30s. Can you guys log on to that, Gwen? Mm-hmm. Can you tell Daniel just to watch so I can get airtime? Yeah. And Liam as well on the rideshare driving school, okay? Yeah? If the three of you can log in, that'll be cool, and just leave me a message there so I can see you online, because I can get some more airtime. Thank you. What Love and Light says with Wells Fargo, my personal bank. What about Wells Fargo? Oh, you did this through Wells Fargo? Didn't get any love from them. There we go. There we go. 26.99. We're under the 27.00. It's sort of like playing around there, going up, going down by a penny or two. Scott Tucker, I got my EDIL 1K not going to apply for PPP. Most banks want us to have a business account. Dennis Torres, I got $1,000. I guess it's from the grant, correct, from that SBA loan. Jin Hanja says, hi. Jeff Gilbert says, quality of people, not quantity. PPP, Jimmy Abstract Echo says, the PPP application is a pain in the ass to begin with. Thanks to people in the rideshare driving school. So we're on 27 here, rather interesting, right there on that threshold. I'll say it's going to go down to, by the end of the day, it'll be maybe 26.20. All right, so Uber closes Uber Eats in 7 countries around the world. I will be making another video about that as well. This to me is I mean, they're closing in where? Czech Republic, Egypt, Honduras, Romania, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and Ukraine. I think Kareem is buying those markets outright. And my guess is they really, really desperately need money. So if you're selling 7 countries on Uber Eats, and your excuse is, oh, we're not number 1 and number 2 in those markets, but we're going to sell it. I'm telling you right now, you need money. That to me is a desperate, desperate sign you need money. Also, in this channel later on, you will find a video, if I could just show you this. I put a video out there in New Hope. I am the US agent for this product that the Europeans are putting together Germans, French, Israelis. I represent them in the United States, this VIP virus immunity pass. I made a video about this later. This is a method to safely open up sports events, casinos, nightclubs, cruises, concerts, etc., mainly for the entertainment industry. Here you can see a picture of a nightclub. That's overseas. I know that nightclub. That nightclub is over in Bochum in Germany. Massive nightclub, fits about 5,000 people. I've been there. But yeah, I'll make a video about this later. If you know key people in the industry, do forward them the link, please. There's also a lot of money in there for you if you can help us get into a market. I've made great inroads. I have the proposal in front of some of the biggest casino companies in Vegas at the moment, in front of the decision makers, the president of MGM, and that has my proposal. So I'm getting the proposal in front of Live Nation tomorrow, and many key people in the industry, Celebrity Cruises. I'm getting it in front of their CEO. So watch this later. I'm not going to play it here. Watch the video. It's going to be in my channel. If you think you know of a fit, that's great, right? Forward it on accordingly. And if you can make an introduction that works, I will take care of you. But not to go too much off course, that's a video I threw into my channel. Why? Because there's so many people out there in that channel that know other influential people. And if you can position yourself in that deal, there's a lot of money to be made. Scott Tucker says, to CPA, you should create a channel for financial advice for Uber, Lyft drivers. That's good. I agree. TD CPA says, what's everyone's thought on future of black? You mean that category, the black category? Is that your question, like SUVs, etc.? Genuine says, Dara said he is not opposed to, I'll answer that, TD CPA, I'll answer that right away. Genuine says, Dara said he is not opposed to driver health benefits and minimum earnings, but not classifying drivers as employees. I think they know they have no choice. Well, they've been sued, right? They've been sued, and there are many victories already against Uber. So, you know, when you got your hands tied and you got 100 guns pointing at you, he sort of has to now say, hey, we have to do this. He has no choice, right? Because he's completely cornered like a rat at the moment. So the only way for him to get out with these states and that is to start cooperating. But in the Uber language, they don't cooperate with them. They go in, they do as they wish. They get lawsuit after lawsuit. This is the Uber mentality, right? Go in, break the laws, get tons of lawsuits against you. Even during the pandemic, get tons of negligence lawsuits against you. Don't pay out COVID-19 health monies. Don't pay out. Don't share information. He gets sued left, right, and center. Then the classic is they buy time. And then when they're cornered like a rat, then only do they start cooperating. That's how they run the business. As far as your question on black, this is what I would do. Will that market bounce back? I would say in about 3 to 4 months' time, yes. But if you're in that market, you want to make sure you have your own private limo license, your private TCN or your private DCP, right? Because I would start using social media and make a lot of little videos, get, first trip 50% sort of like discount cards out in your neighborhood in wealthy areas, go around. I would build out your private black or your private SUV or your private Lux line. Even if you have one car, you can add cars down the line. But the more you can sort of become independent and branch off from Uber and Lyft and create your own, the better off you are. I'm excited to hear the phones ring again in the near future and my private clients say, hey, we're ready to roll. stay-at-home orders have been lifted. We want to go out partying again. Can you drive us? In the meantime, I get them food deliveries, right? That's where I can fill a little bit of a void on the income side. But I have other businesses out there, so this is not the main one that I don't put all my oranges in one basket. I've got different streams of income, but I hope to get back there and get that going again as it was in 2019. I mean, in 2019, I had my best year for my limo company. In 2019, I don't know, must have got 20 or 30 new clients, full-time clients. TDCPA says, how can I hire someone to help my Black network? Yay! Amen, exactly. So Thomas Gibson, thank you. Thomas Gibson, went out and invested in Escalade. So he's right in this conversation with us. TDCPA, Thomas Gibson, San Diego Rideshare Promo. So we're talking about an industry that three of us work and move in. A lot of people need to start thinking in that direction. This market will open up, right? So if you're Thomas Gibson in San Diego, what are my wealthy neighborhoods? Well, Torrey Pines, that area, La Jolla, right? You want to make a lot of short videos in front of your car. Get yourself a tripod, 30 to 60 seconds. Hey, I'm Thomas Gibson. I'm here at the Torrey Pines golf course. If you ever need a private driver, if you want to be picked up at home with your golf clubs, if you want me to pick up other golfing buddies, take you down here, bring you back, I'm your guy. Hey, I'm over here in La Jolla in the business district. If you ever need a private driver, chauffeur, I have a brilliant track record of 5-star rating with Uber and Lyft. I have a lot of knowledge. I'm a very established driver. Book me for your airport trips, for your business trips, for your leisure trips, always there for you 24/7, right? You make a lot of little videos. So you start marketing yourself, marketing your Escalade, and getting ready for that rebound when San Diego opens up or when TDCPA's markets opens up, right? So to hire someone to help you with your Black network, these are things that you can do yourself, right? You need social media presence. You need a good logo. You need a brand that's consistent across the board. Your Facebook business page, your Twitter page, your YouTube page, everything has to be consistent with the same logo. Get your videos made in your city, right? Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you. I'd love to help Thomas with those short videos because I know what Thomas can do. And I'm going to get back to you, TDA, CPI. You said you were in Seattle, right? You got one Black car left in Seattle. You have one Black car left. It means you got rid of the others, or you want to make that one last Black car work for yourself. Go out there. Do it for yourself. If that's the car that you're driving in Seattle, get it going. Can give you some really, really good ideas. But like with Thomas, when the time comes and I can meet up with Thomas, I got to make a lot of videos with Thomas. He's always like GQ, wears his suit, his tie. He just needs that beautiful black Escalade in the back. We have to take some interior shots with magazines there, right behind the seat, so that people can say, oh, wow, so I'm getting in this car. I'm going to get to read. I've got all these different magazines. I need to make like 10, 15 short videos with Thomas, 1-minute videos, and populate his channel, right? Private driver, chauffeur in San Diego, Torrey Pines, La Jolla, all your high-end markets, even outside, like Del Mar, those resorts around San Diego, right? You got to go to that resort and say, hey, if you ever need to be taken down to this resort, I'm your guy. We'll drop you off there. We'll bring your luggage across. I can facilitate your family, your business associates, right? You need a lot of short little videos. They get to see, okay, that's the guy. Okay, he's well-dressed. He has an established record. He's been with Uber and Lyft for so and so many years. He has this and this rating, right? So there's a proven track record there. Give them a little bit of glimpse in the car. car's immaculate, shiny, inside out, person's well-dressed, well-spoken, and, first impression, people come across those little 30, 60-second videos. Somebody's traveling in from London, somebody's traveling in from New York, they have to be picked up at San Diego airport. They do a YouTube video, Google, they see, oh, there's Thomas. Is his car cool? I'm calling this guy. His rates are reasonable, right? It's also not a problem saying, I'm able to undercut Uber's rates by 20%. They're accustomed to paying top dollars with Uber or Lyft for that type of service. Right? You can still undercut Uber and Lyft's prices by, hey, I'll save you 20% by booking me privately. So that they know they booked Uber and were historically paying $100. In March, as Thomason says, I can do it for 20% less, right? I can do this for $80, pick you up at San Diego airport, right? They're like, wow, I'm going to use this guy in the future because every time I'm using him, I'm saving myself 20%. And Thomas only gets 50% of $100 of that Uber booking. So Thomas would only be making $50. Now he's getting $80, right? And the client's happy because they're getting 20% off the original Uber price, $100, right? So the client's paying $80, right? And Thomas can put the full $80 in his pocket, still $30 more than he would have been paid from Uber and Lyft had he gone through Uber and Lyft, right? So that's the money you want to put in your pocket. That's where I want to make things like rock and roll with Thomas. You rock, my friend, always. We're going to get that car working, right? For now, I'm sure, knowing you, knowing your character, you're creative. You're just bridging the time, making those payments, just waiting for the profit margin. The profit margins will come back. San Diego will open up. Seattle will open up, right? Scott Tucker says, I drive black here in Vegas, but I'm going to step away from Uber and Lyft and start my own company. That's good, right? As soon as you've got some dollars, whether it's through class action, as soon as you've got some money in your pocket and you're ready to break away, you can do it, 100%. It's not complicated. I can tell you honestly from my own experience, it is not complicated. You just have to really use that knowledge that you've acquired over the years and start funneling it into you. You make yourself number one. You don't make Uber number one. You're not going to make Lyft number one. You make yourself number one. You've got the car. You've got the smarts. You've got the suits. You've got everything that it takes. I'm just watching the stock here at 27, $3,000, $3K a day for 5 season cheap. Well, they will be dirt cheap, right? There will be lots and lots of these vehicles will be at the dealership auctions. A lot of people had to let the car go, cannot make the payments, right? Hard, like for example, in your case, your 5 black cars was costing you a lot of money, right? Like you said, you were losing $3,000 a day income on 5 cars. So that was made between $400 and $1,200 in a day. So $600, those are realistic numbers that you're losing there, right? And my guess is you should be able to pick up Suburbans for about 20K with a few miles on them. Abstract Echo says, I'm focusing on my artwork. My drill press hasn't seen this much action in a long time. That's excellent. Keep yourself busy. Genuine says, I still don't understand why Uber doesn't make sure one part of their business model functions properly before they venture into another. Yeah, that's like that you spread yourself thin. They took too much on. They wanted to be a jack of all trades. Rather become an expert in one division, become an expert in transportation. No, but they want to do recruiting, they want to do food, they want to do this, they want to do advertising, they want to do everything, but they're not doing anything completely 100% properly, right? They're just spreading themselves thin. And here they are selling off 7 countries. What are the countries that they're selling off? Here they are. They're selling off just check it out. Which countries was it again? Czech Republic, they've sold that. The Uber Eats division there. They sold off Egypt. They sold off Honduras. They sold off Romania. They sold off Saudi Arabia. They sold off Uruguay. And they sold off Ukraine. All of that they're letting go by June the 4th. They need money. And my guess is, here it says the company from Kareem, we will offload all of our business in the UAE to Kareem. Why? We need money. They need money. This is a sign to me that they need money. This is desperation level here, right? And then it goes hand in hand with the stock price, which is already down to 27. Juno is done. Juno is trash. Juno is one of the biggest con artist rideshare companies out there. I mean, I spoke to the owners of Juno. That was the bottom of the trash. Those were people taking the information, stealing information, making $200 million by selling it to Jet, GHETT, and not delivering anything. Tons. They had lots of lawsuits against them. The company was done. They had to shut down in New York, the only market they tried to get going. Juno is trash, right? In a mathematical equation, very, very simple. There it is, right? That's the mathematical formula for Juno, equals trash. Cool Genuine says, yes, Uber is they're desperate. I mean, this to me is desperation. I think Wall Street has understood and is seeing that they are desperate, and hence, $27 is the share price. This was from 30 last week, right? It's gone down. So TDCPA, let's get Seattle back up and running. Let's get your business back up and running. It's just, a question of a few months in my eyes. Thomas Gibson, San Diego. I want to see him there and say, hey, Torsten, I had a killer day. I made $1,000 today in my Escalade. I know it's completely possible. Many a days where I was tired, but I felt good about myself at a full day, maybe made $1,200. You get really, really good tips. And when TDCPA says you lost $3,000 a day, yeah, that's $3,000 a day that you can potentially make from these 5 cars that you're losing. It's not coming in. There's no trip booking. The pond is dry. The UberX pond is dry. The XL pond is dry. The SUV pond is dry. The luxury pond is dry. Everything's dry. The only thing that's keeping going right now, Instacart, food deliveries, Postmates, Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats is the only place you'd make, or Amazon Flex, to doing parcel deliveries. Uberman Tampa, I think he had 10,000 Uber parcel deliveries. That's the only place you're going to make money. So if you want some knowledge there, you should reach out to Uberman Tampa. You have Dara on the other channel. Which other channel? Baby, there's one person on the other channel. All right, Josh O says, I'm getting huge tips with Grubhub. That's good. You deserve it. You deserve hazard pay. You deserve good tips, right? These people right now need to understand your value during the pandemic, right? People need to understand how essential you are. And if you are that essential, if you're keeping the pipeline of food and that coming for them, pay the riders, people ordering food, pay these people well. They are essential. Pay them essentially. Pay them the hazard pay that Uber and all these other companies are not paying. Make up that deficit. Reward those drivers of food delivery drivers. Show them their worth during these times. Show them how important they are to you by rewarding them with 20, 30, 40, 50, right up to 100% more, right? If your order's 35, double it, make it $70 total, right? Right now, you got to really show these individuals how essential they are and how valuable they are. And the way you show that is you dig into your pockets and say, thank you. Thank you for carrying us during these hard and difficult times. We appreciate you, and as gratitude, we offer you this. And this means money. Seriously, that's all I can say to the public, really. These people are out there for you. They're doing this for you, right? To keep you safe, to keep you at home, to keep you at home, to keep you with the family while your kids are out of school, and they're out there doing your work. Show them the love. Show them the gratitude with big, big tips and hazard pay. And I'm blown away. If any one of these companies wanted to get a lot of good marketing exposure, right? A lot of good marketing exposure. Say, hey, we're stepping up and paying hazard pay. Be bold, right? You'll get so much marketing out of that. You say, we're the first company that's stepping up and we're introducing hazard pay, danger pay. You get so much, you get millions and millions and millions of free marketing in the media. We are the first and only company to step up to pay hazard pay. None of them are doing. None of them are even looking at that marketing value. If I'm a CEO of a company, first I understand, okay, my drivers are essential. They are what makes my company go, makes my company tick. And I got to set aside this amount, hazard pay, for them. And if I'm the first one out there to announce hazard pay, I'm getting all of this free marketing. And believe me, a lot of the people will leave, drivers will leave other companies and come to me because I'm offering hazard pay. Now, my friends up in Canada, they are, I think it's today or tomorrow, announcing a link. They've put together PPE packages. You see a nice big Canadian maple leaf, the big red one on it. So I'm going to make a video on that and highlight that, how those guys have stepped up. That's what they've been concentrating on. There are no trips out there. You don't have to focus on what's not out there. Focus on what's important. That's PPE and safety right now. So they've done everything in their power in the last weeks to source all of stuff. I've seen the boxes. I will make the videos on that for AJ, put out the links. My email is here. That's my email. And you can also text me. I agree. Cool Genuine Phil says, yes, drivers should get hazard pay extra. But why is there no company out there, no gig company that wants to be a first out of the gate with big, big press release and marketing and saying, we're the first gig company to offer hazard pay, right? Which means the person ordering needs to step up. They're paying a little bit more. That's how you need to acknowledge and show that you care, by paying that extra little bit of hazard pay. Or the company needs to take a portion of their profit and push it into the category hazard pay. Maybe make it up 50% by the company, 50% by the person ordering. But that hazard pay would make all the difference on bringing new recruits, new drivers on board, create so much goodwill, and give you millions and millions and millions of dollars of free marketing exposure. There is no one out there, not a single company out there, that in their app it says hazard pay. Drivers are waiting for that. Food delivery drivers are waiting for that. You'd make their day. I tell you, somebody would switch from this company, from maybe Grubhub to DoorDash, Uber Eats to this company, the first company that comes out and says, hey, here it is. We're offering it in our app, hazard pay. We're on 35. If you can push me up to 40 likes, I have to get out there, make myself a coffee. See, can't even pronounce it, and get myself some food. I'm feeling a little sluggish and a little tired and need a little bit of a boost. Cool. Email me, please. Awesome. Joshua says the $600 Fed portion hasn't kicked in, though. Can't get a hold of EDD either. I know, it's so freaking frustrating. So frustrating here in California, right? They have all the tech companies in the world. They've got Apple here, they've got Google, but the EDD cannot get their shit together. EDD still hasn't got that $600 to Josh, to me, to others, nothing. All of these people are waiting. EDD, what's going on there? Wake up. Wake up, EDD. Wake up. Hey, guys, jump on the feed. On the right here. Yeah, just play it in the background. I need the hours. Tell brothers and sisters all, get on that live stream, Rideshare Driving School. I need the hours, sorry. Shout out to the kids. Tell them to all jump, get on their phones and log onto Rideshare Driving School so I can get some hours there. I want to get that to 4,000 hours. Nevada is still in the 70s. Yeah, not in 70s Fahrenheit, in 70s, stuck in the 70s technology-wise. Same as California. Hey, Josh says, I got PUA accepted. I applied after I saw your vid on the 28th. Thanks for that. That makes me happy, my friend. Something, right? Something in your pocket. That makes me happy. Any victory that anyone announces here today, cool, genuine, full told us, got over $10,000. Josh tells me he got paid. That to me is a victory. Even if it's a small victory, it's a step in the right direction. These people deserve the money. That's what we're fighting for. That's what I'm fighting for. That's why I hammer these guys relentlessly. Pay up, right? Pay up. Get the PPE, pay up, right? All you can do is hold the mirror up and expose these fools. Expose Derek K for all the bullshit that he talks every day. It's just verbal diarrhea, nothing else. So you got to keep on pounding and pounding and slapping 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 and pounding until it hurts, until they hear it, until they take action. The way you do it is you just reflect what they are doing into the public. Reflect what they are doing into the public eye. Look, public, look at what they're doing. Look, public, look at what they're doing. Shame them, shame them, shame them, shame them all day long. Death by 1,000 cuts. Anthony Bray got $1,200 stimulus today. That makes me happy. That to me is a victory in my eyes. That's awesome. Awesome. TDCPA says delivery is now over, run with new drivers. Adapt, right? You're a chameleon, right? Become a chameleon. Adapt, find the niche, run with the niche. TDCPA says 100% agree with hazard pay. Simply double surge. That will cover the cost of the additional mask. There we go. Right? There we go. Just be bold. First company to be bold, to step up and say, hey, we're introducing hazard pay. I'm telling you, you're gonna get all your money back just through advertising, because you can actually announce we are officially the first gig company to offer hazard pay. There it is. It's on our screen. It's coded in. So our engineers have coded in hazard pay. How are we going to get the hazard pay to drivers? Our company is going to carry 50%. Our client's going to carry 50%, even if it's $10. Even as he already said, double the surge, right? That will bring you so much goodwill. That will bring you so many new drivers into your base, right? That'll hurt other companies. People will migrate over to you because why? You're acknowledging the drive. You're saying, I care about you. I will pay hazard pay. Any smart company should have stepped up 60 days ago. I would have introduced hazard pay 60 days ago. I would have reaped all the dividends, all the rewards from making that decision 60 days ago. I've been punting and putting my money on hazard pay over 2 months ago already. I'm telling you, had you have done that, you would have had a lot of people come your way. Hey, over there, I get acknowledged. Over there, they care about me. Over there, they're going to pay for hazard pay, right? Rideshare 411 in the house, K-Town, Koreatown. How are you, buddy? Awesome. It's hot. It's fuego. It's lightning hot. $1,390 unemployment. Okay, good. That's a start. James Camel, the AG of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, is live on Instagram with DoorDash CEO right now. He's on. Can you give us the link? Can you give us the link, James, at the bottom? Is there a link to that? I can maybe switch over to that. DoorDash is trash in my eyes. What's up? We're on 39. 40, thank you. Hey, Gwen, did you tell the 3 people and Laura to watch? Please? Yeah, and this afternoon, I'm working with a bunch of European doctors with the world's #1 company in Germany that's making the testing kits. And I think you guys will really, really like the proposal that we put together. I represent the US market. I got the agency for it. I already have the proposal in front of casinos, Live Nation, a couple of big corporations, and really want to get, sports events back again, nightclubs, casinos, cruises, big entertainment venues, mass gatherings, cruise lines, for example, with this virus immunity pass, VIP, virus immunity pass. So I'll be doing a standalone video. If you know of people that can benefit from this, just run with the proposal. If they reach out to me, or I'll put them together with the Europeans if something comes about. Money, right? We can save lives and get the economy going back safely. I'm all for that, right? But these guys have a system in place where they're putting safety first, right? And once you have that safety mechanism in place, the dollars will follow. First, you have to create a very, very safe environment for these industries. Then the money will follow, right? So you will really enjoy, if you're an out-of-the-box thinker, if you can visualize this, you will really, really enjoy this presentation later. I'll be running this early this evening. And if you want to run with it, please do. Please share. All right, my friends. We're on, Uber rallied back a little bit. They're on 27.36 right now. They were sort of like at the 26.99, 27 borderline. Now they've come up like 37. Oh, they were already up another 36 cents. Abstract Echo says the fact that Hooters hasn't started a delivery business under the name of Knockers sounds like a lost business opportunity to me. Oh, UFC is about to start again. Good. We need sports, man. Sports is a. I want to see it all come back. Basketball, NFL, everything. We need sports back. Sports is a beautiful distraction. Rideshare 411, thumbs up and fire. All right, my friends. I'm going to be pushing out a few more videos today. I appreciate. Do you make more if at 50 likes? What happens at 50? The more likes you get, the more the algorithm YouTube pushes your video up, and yes, the more money you make. Correct. So if you have a video that gets 100 thumbs up, the traffic could literally be double, right? Because they just rank them higher. Ukaman's in the house. Just walk in as I'm walking out. Anthony Braces, I'm ready to go play Frisbee in a local park. I like that. Abstract Echo says, I'm so desperate for hockey. I went to the local park just so that I can boo the Ducks. You're funny. I like it. All right, amigos, my friends, thank you. I appreciate you guys. We're on 44. Good. Thank you so much for sticking in here with me for 1 hour, 20 minutes on Our House Mondays. Obviously, I'll be back same time next Monday, Our House Mondays. We'll have more topics, different topics, and we can catch you up what happened in this week, right? Maybe Uber has a big promise that they can deliver on. Maybe they have a big surprise for us by next Monday. But I'm not holding my breath, right? I'm not going to get too overexcited. Who knows what the stock price will be sitting at next week on Our House Mondays? Anybody want to make a prediction? Let's say Monday, a week from now, next Our House Mondays, what is the stock going to be? I'm going to say $22. What do you guys think? TDCPS says, when will cruising be back? Before 2023? I sure hope so. Sure hope so. Genuine says 1325. That's a bold one. By next Monday, next Our House Mondays. Our House Monday. Uber stock prediction. 1 week from now, what do you think it's going to be? Mark Roughton says 24. I say 22. Genuine says 1325. Interesting. All right, my friends, coffee time and food time. I am feeling it. Gotta wake up. Abstract Echo says 2362. Ooh, that's Righteous says 26. 26. Might be on the money. Let's see who's the closest. Let's go back next Monday and we'll see who's the closest. It's easy. We'll just go back to this video and we'll see who had the closest number. All right, my friends, as I always tell you, go out there, put your masks on, sanitizer, put on your gloves, right? Whatever you need to do, right? Gloves, whatever you need to do to stay safe, please do it. Let's get through this. New start, new week, Monday, here we are. And all of you, thank you. Thank you for a fun Our House Mondays. Adios. You guys be safe. Give your loved ones a big hug. And can't wait to reconvene with my brothers and sisters of Our House again. Yeah, tell Phil, tell Lyft to send the PPE. Tell Uber to send the PPE. Tell these guys to send the PPE, right? They want us to, Uber wants drivers and passengers to wear the PPE. Supply it. You made the promises 2 months ago. Supply it, right? You want us to wear it. You want the passengers to wear it. Supply it. What's happening with all of these promises, Uber? Come on, we're waiting for the deliveries. You know, when can we expect it in our mailbox? Peace out, my friends. Whoever hasn't given a thumbs up on the way out, smack that like button as hard as you can. We're on 45. Sure, we can get to 50 right after the stream, but have an awesome one, and please stay safe. Thank you, and thank you again.